The Supreme Court might be stripping American citizens of their Miranda rights, and that could be a disaster. Mike, when I saw this, I just got to thinking, the Miranda, of course, is, trying to think, 1966.
Yep.
The Supreme Court said they're just things that you ought to tell somebody you've taken into custody and arrested before you interrogate them because of the terrible coercion that existed before then. Pick it up.
Right to remain silent, right to an attorney. If you don't have the money for an attorney, we'll provide one for you. These are things that it's there for a reason, is because, again, the average American doesn't really know, doesn't understand the legal system, and you get down to it, it's the coercion. And you do see that the way the police state in America is set up. It is based on, oh, just tell me this. I can't tell you how many times I've seen instances like this. Oh, if you just tell me, the officers just want you to confess, want you to give them the information that helps them get the conviction, helps them get the arrest, and say, oh, well, everything will be okay. And that's not the case.
Well, a history flashback is that it got much worse than that. It got to where it was, some situations looked like Guantanamo to get these confessions. And so all of a sudden, 1966, the Supreme Court says we have to stop that. And we at least, if we have these constitutional rights, then at the very least, we have the responsibility to tell people about it. The case to watch is Vega v. Taco, right?
That's right. And it's an interesting case, Pat, because the person who's raised the issue is actually the officer.
Right.
He said, I didn't violate this person's right because the Miranda warnings, that's been the law for 50 years, that's actually not the law. That's not a requirement. That's not part of the constitutional provisions
Correct.
here that I have to comply with. So the officer's the one bringing it up and saying this isn't actually your
Well,
right.
it's part of that federalist argument versus states' rights argument, and that's where this is going. As this progresses, what we're going to find is that states get to build their own standards on what they think a Miranda should look like. They can decide what the policies are, how far we can take it. They're going to let law enforcement have a bigger hand in how an interrogation takes place, state by state, according to who the legislators are.
And that's scary, Pap. And I see with this court, I think that there is a very real, it seems like the consensus is there's a good chance that at least the Miranda warning or the Miranda rights are going to be eaten away at, if not done away with altogether, exactly under that federalism. Oh, let's give it to the states. And that might be good in certain states. There might be some states where that's okay, but I see a lot of potential for substantial harm in many, many states. We're going to look at it and say, hey, we've got to support the police. The police need to have unlimited rights. This idea behind it, I'm like, no, there's constitutional protections for a reason.
Yeah, Miranda in 1966 was, of course, it's still criticized as it being the court going where they shouldn't go because the Constitution doesn't provide for it. Miranda is right on point with the Constitution.